What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemoth, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. If I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Mercer, one half of the tag team champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
for a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. Is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight for every breath that I...
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Zeke Mercer, one half of the tag team champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
For a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. Is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight for every breath that I
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time in attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back.
It's the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 757. Tuesdays, we've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And that's my breath for the rest of the show now. We got a hell of a crew with us. First of all, as usual, as we established last night, putting the fun and fundamental disagreements, our buddy from Beacon, New York, the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. I'm adding like so many details to your introduction. It's starting to get ridiculous, Mike. Mad Mike is with us.
What?
What?
You're supposed to repeat it.
What? I said I can't repeat all that again, Mike. So
What?
yes, happy Stone
Yeah.
Cold Day.
Yeah, happy. I can't do a Stone Cold impression.
Yeah, that's about it.
I can't.
That's about
I can't.
it, isn't it?
If it was Macho Man Day, y'all
Oh,
know
yeah,
I'd have
yeah.
no issue with that. But
He needs more. Why didn't Macho Man have a number associated to him so we could land on a day for that?
he does, Sorg. It's the number one. 'Cause that's where the Macho Man is.
Right, in our hearts and minds.
180 degrees.
Yeah, and that's Riz of Riz Plays Games. Taking a break from the games to hang out with us tonight. Riz, how you doing, sir?
What?
Are you confused because you were on the tech show that had a document and now you're on the wrestling show that has literally
Yes.
no organization?
It does. It's like I said after the awesome guy of the podcast I did last week.
Mm-hmm.
This feels weird now.
Just not
Like I'm used to having the show notes.
Is it
right in front of
this is
me.
wrong or this is right?
Like I'm supposed to have my awesome thing of the week.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on, but no, I'm.
I mean, you can still hold those notes in front of you.
Yeah, we could, but then it'll be all confused.
Yeah, but
It'll be from last week. Everybody knows about Minecraft Dungeons coming to arcades.
No, that was the other show, Mike. Matt, Riz. Damn it.
Everybody knows it.
That's right. Also,
Wow, I got called 3 different names just
yeah. Oh, it's been a tough one. Also, back with us is comedian extraordinaire Aaron Kleiber. Back with us. How you doing, sir?
Boom, guys. Holy crap, I can't wait to talk about wrestling.
Yeah, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. So
This pandemic has made me reach into other nerdly realms, and I couldn't be happier.
absolutely. Of course, proprietor of I want to call it like Grown Dad Industries. I know that's not the proper term for it.
You know what?
But
That's buy the domain.
there you go. Oh, it's been an expensive night for domain buying this week. I gotta put a little embargo on that Patreon we're putting out for everybody.
Everybody goes through a year of domain buying.
Oh man, you have no idea. I'm still
Somebody
trying.
one day is gonna buy biscuitpants.com off of me. I'm telling you.
I'm still trying to get sheds things that I bought in 2001. Okay, so of course the Grown Dad Business Podcast you can find on all other great podcast places, and of course we got to give the yearly plug now to the special on Amazon, Grown Ass Dad or Grown Bleep Dad on Amazon Prime that you can go check out. So please go support that. Back when you could do this in front of people.
I know.
It's amazing. I don't like. Where's your fake background there? I don't know what I'm looking at here. Like that's a good Zoom green screen right there.
I know. Isn't that amazing? It's Zoom comedy, guys. I don't know if you do your jobs on Zoom, but comedy is not a fun Zoom job.
No. You need an we were just talking about on the tech show, the Awesome Cast, earlier tonight. I didn't know about this phenomenon of under the desk bicycles. Like you should just multitask this thing, and then you have more energy. I don't know, but it's just
I tried that. I kept hitting my knees under the top of the desk.
Oh, hey, Mike's back on the couch. Hey, how's it
I'm back in the
going?
studio.
You're back here in the studio.
I figured I'd take a quick 10-hour drive.
There you go. Time lapse. Yeah.
It's okay. I have the Infinity Gauntlet. Time is no concept to me.
Absolutely. But anyways, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, where we take the time to talk about professionalized wrestling. You can email us at that email address.
Good times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. 412-206-WMS0. It's the high pitches that it tends to cut out, I noticed on Zoom.
That's why I'm going
at Mayhem Show on the Twitter. We were doing like an A/B test with Mike the other week, actually. Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page and the group. The group is where we have a lot of great discussions throughout the week, or we just share Maka Ito gifts. Let's be honest about it. And please subscribe to the podcast wherever your fine podcasts are sold. Please rate and review those as well. And check out all the fine shows over at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. We had a new Indie Mayhem show this past week with the proprietor of Pro Wrestling Conquest that we're going to visit this Friday down there in Charleston, West Virginia. And, of course, the Monday Mayhem show, which is probably in the next few weeks going to be talking more about Falcon and the Winter Soldier than WrestleMania, to be quite honest. I mean, that's just kind of the way it goes.
Falcon and Winter Mania.
There you go. And, of course, we're live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live, the Wrestling Mayhem Show YouTube, and on the Sorgatron Media Twitch page. And we try to keep an eye on all those chat rooms. Like right now we're seeing over on Facebook our buddy Dave Potter and Team Hammerfist. That's the part where Riz says I should be hosting this show on my Twitch page over at Riz Plays Games that you should also be subscribed to. So now we got all
No,
those
that's not what I'm doing, Sword.
No? Oh,
he's setting up his background.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm doing what I normally do on Twitch and just fill up the entire Twitch board with Kali heads.
Oh yeah, there they are. There's all the Kalis. There's your Kali emoticons. So
which you can get on Riz Plays Games for $5.99.
There you go. And if
whatever,
you have
$4.99, whatever.
And if you have any money left to help out some industries, or you haven't already subscribed to, used it for your Amazon Prime for Aaron over there, you can also go to patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Thank you to our supporters over on there. So many of you. It's been awesome to see what's going on with the numbers right now. Of course, at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity! Woo! Ooh, Ed Burke, Bobby FJTOWN, Team Hammer Fist, who I see in the chat room there. Our friend at the Poppy Club level, Dave Podner of the iPhoneography podcast. I've been working on that name because it's such a...
You did good that time.
I did good that time. I did like twice on the Awesome Cast tonight. Pizza Club level, our friends Doc Remedy, Kyle Turner at the manager level, duking it out to try to get Patreon in the bank is in like 2 weeks, guys. So this is getting pretty crazy.
Getting that stimmy soon, Sorg.
Farmsworth Investments, Bradley Ruthers, Tina Keys, The Riz, Mad Mike, and OccupyProWrestling.com. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the show. We do listen to you. Like, we've literally made like some pretty not drastic, but some pretty high-level decisions on the show because of feedback you guys are giving us on the Patreon page, and we do appreciate it. And you guys can support the show, too, at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. And remember, what you give over the Patreon will also impact what benefits you'll get in Mayhem Mania coming up here in a couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. We'll have messages going out if you're on the Patreon to do that as well. So it is Stone Cold Day, 3/16, March 16th. And, of course, somebody had to remind me we were supposed to have Stone Cold Day here in Pittsburgh for Raw last year that we missed out on.
God, do you remember that Raw?
That
was terrible.
Where Byron Saxton was the fan in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was. Were we at the point where we were showing just other matches from Royal Rumble? I think at that point.
The only good thing about that Raw was Austin posing on like the turnbuckle and say, "Give me a hell yeah," and they pan to empty seats.
Yeah, like they still did all the fan movements.
The greatest thing I've ever seen.
You're talking about this was in Pittsburgh?
So no, it was going to be in Pittsburgh. The pandemic happened. The SmackDown was the first like non-fan major show because I think they had fans in the Performance Center. Okay, let's backtrack. So this was the pandemic timeline. They had the last Full Sail live with fans edition was the Double Cage show on USA, which I was in attendance for, ironically. The next week they had a fan appreciation because they usually have scheduling conflicts in March with Full Sail, and they had a Performance Center. Since that was already set up, when everything was literally dropping the bottom out the day before SmackDown, which I think was supposed to be in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it was in Detroit.
They just went to the Performance Center since it was already set up for a show, and then did the same thing Monday and brought Stone Cold in to still have 316 Day. They were supposed to have with us here in Pittsburgh, down there at the Performance Center, which is now, of course, the Capitol Wrestling Center, I guess. So I don't know where anybody works out.
I experienced Stone Cold, I think, in like 99 or 2000. When did I take my brothers to Raw? In Pittsburgh. Did you guys remember?
That's when I started going to Raws or wrestling. Actually,
randomly, I remember, and I don't remember anything. I just remember he was there, and I remember that the glass breaking is the most electrifying entrance in all of sports history.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I know I've seen.
You're never gonna beat that pop ever.
No. I know. For me, my biggest in person was seeing him and Kurt Angle. And it was when Angle had the second win in Pittsburgh for, I think it was Unforgiven. Maybe? Yeah.
With the weird Stone Cold head in the background.
Yeah, with the weird wonky Stone Cold multi-head going. It was, and you looked at it all night because you couldn't not, right? Because it was just up there. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have a weird Kurt Angle connection too. That's weird.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I don't think I did, actually.
Really?
No.
I thought we talked about this.
Maybe. It's been a weird year.
Time is the flat circle at this point.
It is.
Oh, I was in Warrior with Kurt Angle. I played his manager.
Oh!
and we were cut from that too.
Wow. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's the first thing I've ever been cut from, actually.
How many movies have you been cut from?
Well, I always like to say that at this point, if I had a podcast of everything that I've been like cut from or bumped from, I would have 14 episodes of a podcast.
Okay, that's a good start. What if that turned into more opportunities and more jobs you got cut from? Like that's an idea.
Really weird, right?
Wow. Well, at least the check cleared, I hope. So
I got a residual check today for Warrior.
Wait. You still get residuals when you've been cut from a film?
If your name's still in the credits, baby.
Wow.
I worked like 2 months on that movie. I learned Russian. That is a whole
Wait, you
episode.
learned Russian to manage Kurt Angle?
Oh, he played Koba, a Russian wrestler. He was like the Fedor character. When they originally made that movie, it was really like Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton had to fight the Russian. But then the fighter came out and won a bunch of awards. And so they redid the movie. They re-edited the movie. They held it for like 2.5 years. And they re-edited it and made it more about the brothers Nick Nolte. And Nick Nolte got nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Jeez.
So now I've been cut
World's
from
Sexiest Man, by
multiple
the way.
movies that have been nominated for Oscars.
Because you were, what was the one that you were just cut from?
Judas and the Black Messiah, 6 Academy Awards.
There you go.
They cut my scene.
Wow.
Oh man.
All I'm saying is the moral of the story is I'm the best auditioner.
No,
ever.
you know what you gotta say? You're too hot for HBO Max.
That's what it is.
That's it. That's it.
Hot for Max.
There you go. That's I won't put that under your graphic for this. So-
Yeah, no, that's so random. That's why I was like, oh yeah, like I thought you knew that. So random.
So Warrior was originally essentially supposed to be MMA Rocky 3.
It really kind of was, man. It was yeah, because Kurt fought like 7 matches, full matches. He filmed like 7 or 8 full matches.
Oh my god.
That's why I was there for like 43 days. Yeah.
That's wild.
Crazy. I know. And they changed it completely.
And why would you get an American gold medalist to play a Russian? Like,
I mean, he looked like
Kurt
a mean-ass Russian dude.
I guess, but I look at Kurt Angle. That guy could not look Russian to me if he was running.
But also, okay, first of all, Mike, you and I need to do a watch along on this movie, obviously, because I hadn't seen it yet.
Not seen it.
I also need to see Southpaw because our buddy cameraman Rob is in the crowd and as an extra over there. So we got to put that on the list. I'm sure we can find it. But I forgot what I was going from that. Oh, so Kurt Angle, like, who do you think he wrestled in the Olympics? Was the Russians, and the scariest damn Russians, at least according to his book from I remember reading like 15 years ago. So, I mean, I think he's got some firsthand knowledge on that one.
Yeah, no, according to him, like he knew he wrestled Russians, you know, he had firsthand knowledge. So, and plus too, I mean, that was him really kind of trying to get an acting career. You know, he was trying to really start an acting career.
Yeah.
After that, he did a bunch of like action movies and stuff.
Yeah, he did a lot of really bad low budget ones. We ran into him. I think Death from Above was the name of the one.
Yeah, dude.
We went to the premiere over in Carnegie. It was like him and James Storm was in it and like a bunch of TNA people at the time. Yeah. And it was, you know, it was like we interviewed him. He told us what the budget was. He was like, it was pretty good for like a $5,000 movie, or I don't know exact number, but it was something like that.
But isn't it funny that like someone like him, even though he's at the top of his game in another industry, just to cross over. I mean, think about how many wrestlers have tried to cross over and you have to be like be in cable movies and be in garbage shit. You know what I mean?
Look at Hulk Hogan's entire movie career. You know,
he tried so hard.
How popular was him? Was he? And we got Three Ninjas and
High Noon and Mega Mountain.
Thank you.
I don't know. No Holds Barred. I was obsessed with in middle school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it was also like my parents took this movie and they probably shouldn't have at my age at that point. So
wasn't there boobs in No Holds Barred?
They were Were there?
Like strippers or something?
I know, it was. I thought it was pretty.
Or like in a swimming pool.
I mean,
80s
look,
nudity.
The only thing I remember sort of nudity from that movie was Hulk Hogan's satin, like weird underwear that he wore. That's the only thing I remember.
That's the only thing you remember from that movie.
It was like, listen, I'm a Hulkamaniac. It is like full-on 1991 Hulkamania is at the height, and I am here for it. And I'm about to see a Hulk Hogan love scene. I don't know how I feel about this. At 8 years old.
I don't know. I don't know what they did in that movie. They made his hair look like pony hair.
Well, it looks like it does now.
It looked like corn husk.
It looks like it does now because I'm pretty sure he's completely bald, and he wears a do-rag with Cabbage Patch hair stapled to it.
Cabbage Patch hair.
I'm fairly confident about that.
Oh no!
It is crazy that he definitely just lets the bottom part of his balding spot grow into a mullet, and then just
has its own
covers the
name.
rest.
It has its
I mean,
own name.
nobody on planet Earth has those balls.
No, you know it's called a skullet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now I do.
it's a skullet, brother.
Guys, you're not going to get current event wrestling when I'm on the show.
No,
okay?
no, and this is
Fine,
probably
it's
for the
still
best.
World Day, and honestly,
We're digging into the cracks.
current event wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, what are we going to talk about?
I mean, we could talk about Fastlane, but I'm not really interested in the actual card.
WWE barely wanted to talk about Fastlane
absolutely.
last night.
I'm more interested in the Fastlane concept that Mainstream Matt actually shared. It was a picture. We've probably seen this. It's a picture of Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. That's a match booked. It's a match booked for this weekend. So listen. So this is the concept I'm
my
hoping.
balls off.
What's that?
That made me laugh hard.
Yes.
Matt and I
Wait,
have been
the match or this description?
The
Because
description.
okay, so for those that didn't see on the Twitter or the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group, he's again Randy Orton and bubbly Alexa Bliss in this picture, and it's called Fastlane. He's a veteran race car driver looking forward to retirement until he met the teenage daughter he didn't know he had. James Badgedale and Dove Cameron star in Fastlane, coming this fall to UPN.
Dove Cameron.
Dove Cameron.
Dove Cameron's a real person. She's a good actress.
For like 15 seconds, I was like, "Is that their real name?" I almost Wikipedia'd it.
Sorg, have you read the lines of dialogue that I've created?
Oh no, we are scripting this thing?
You wrote a
Sorg.
scene?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Wait, does Randy's character say the name?
Hold on.
Where is it at? Is it on the Facebook?
It's in the comments right underneath it.
Do we need to do a dramatic reading on this show?
I'm okay to do a dramatic reading.
I mean, is it gonna hold up? I have not read this, so this is dangerous. We're too early in the show for experimental, but hell. So
yeah, Sorg. All right, so if you want,
oh god, I got it.
You got it. All right.
Oh,
so
no.
Sorg, do you want to be Randy or Alexa?
Say their names correctly.
You know what? I'll be Dove Cameron.
Okay.
How is this? Hold on.
All right,
Mike, we got to talk about your formatting here.
Yeah, I know.
mean,
Matt.
We have a professional actor here, and
Matt didn't give them character names.
An
That's his
almost
fault.
award-winning actor here that gets residuals and shit.
Matt didn't give them character names. That's his fault, not mine.
It's embarrassing.
That is his fault, not mine.
Okay. Which
All
ones? Where do I start? Where do I start here? I see your
all right,
first one.
so where it says example, that's Randy's line.
Okay, that's Randy. You read Randy, and I'll read the next one.
Okay.
There needs to be like dramatic.
Does it just go back and forth
dramatic
between the
music
two of them?
playing here.
Hold
Okay.
on, let me just make sure it goes back and forth. Randy, Alexa.
Wow.
Randy.
I don't like these are like marked in his head.
Alexa,
Intergender match.
Yeah. If you can call it that.
Randy.
I don't know. It's oof.
You know, it's a thing where I don't know how. Like, my kids are like, they're fighting. Like, remember when Reginald fought,
Oh,
and they were like, you know, my kids. I have a son and two little girls, and they're like, are they allowed to fight? What's happening? Like, and I'm like, I don't know.
well, let's
All
talk
right.
about for that,
But-
Mike. If you can do a little prep on that, we'll read the second
No,
segment.
I
you're
got
good to
it.
go?
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly Randy Alexa until the last.
ready.
Because we got to talk about that sommelier. Okay. So
Yes,
okay.
note.
Yeah.
So
Post-it note that I'm
All right.
ready with a glass of wine for
so
the scene.
so okay. So
So
okay.
Matt and-
Yeah,
Matt and I
now,
were-
now, Aaron. Last time I did a stream with you, you were the judge for the tardy Valentine's Day with Jagoff. Can you be our acting coach for this one, perhaps?
Yeah, let's get into this.
Okay. All right. So you start with it, and we just go back and forth, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hold on, I have to get into Randy Orton mode.
I got to get into Cameron Dove mode. I got a lot of work to do over here. I have facial
Find your
hair.
Cameron Dove.
My internal Cameron
It's Dove Cameron, so I'd work on it.
I'm thinking a little bit Kelly Kapowski, a little bit.
That's absolutely not what she's like at all. But go for it.
Okay.
I want you to stop seeing that young man in his funhouse. This Insta young lady. I'll go to the papers if I have to.
You ain't my real daddy. You're just mad because he keeps sending demonic motor oil through your larynx.
The last time I coughed up this much motor oil, Jeremy Mayfield caught a punch to the larynx.
Maybe he wouldn't be so cruel to you if you'd gotten him that new gym bag like you was supposed to after what he did to the last one.
I had Mexican food for lunch. Studio applause with howls of laughter. Then, enough of your fast-talking ways, Missy. You get down here right now and help prepare this crankshaft. I don't know how many more races this baby has left.
You can go crank your own shaft, James. There's a party at the funhouse tonight, and I'd be dying if I said I wasn't going to be there.
And scene.
Wow.
I even have hair to flip a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, this is good casting.
As you sauntered out.
Okay.
Wow.
That's my sitting saunter. All right, how we do?
That was almost as good as the dramatic acting that we have with Randy and Alexa.
Yeah, good. Excellent.
All right.
That's what I was going for.
I mean, at this, can I get real for a second? Because that was hilarious. At this point, at this point in my career, now becoming a WWE fan, I'm like, I could write for them. I could literally, I could set up a phone call and see what's up. Because you know what I mean? No one's on tour.
It's not hard.
I'll zoom in.
You know how many times you see writing, getting, if you follow them on LinkedIn, you see writing come up a lot for jobs. So
the only thing that sucks is you do have to travel.
Yeah.
What? Let me ask you guys, because like I said, I'm a new guy in this. I've only been in the game. I've only been in the game weekly for the last year. But this Alexa Bliss, okay, the Fiend is apparently disappeared, and then it's just Alexa Bliss. Is this their attempt of trying to get something going, like the Undertaker again, like another horror thing? Yeah. Because it is, my kids boo it. Okay, my whole family is every demographic. Okay,
can we reminder? You have two daughters, and their ages
12 and 6.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
No, yeah.
Okay, so we know that demo thing, and so the 6-year-old is saying this is stupid.
Oh, she thinks it's so boring.
Oh no!
That my kids make fun of Randy Orton so hard.
Mm-hmm.
They just it's almost like he's like, they have all these other big guys, and they're like, but the Legend Killer's still here, and everyone's like, okay.
Did they like the other Bray Wyatt stuff? Or is it just Randy that doesn't connect?
It's just like the whole horror thing is not
okay.
It's just not even scary to them.
So
have you ever shown them old school Undertaker?
Oh yeah, we've watched. They think he's cool. Yeah, they've watched a lot of different eras of Undertaker.
You saw that, but have you shown them Papa Shango yet?
Oh, maybe not.
Because that's where it's like.
By the way, I saw somebody. I was trying to understand the Mayhem.
The Mayhem Mania.
I thought, wouldn't it be intriguing to give today's special effects and have Papa Shango, Undertaker, and the Fiend have this crazy horror 3-way? Because I'm a huge horror fan. That would be amazing.
After they did the Boneyard match last year, I said that we should be building, if Undertaker wants one last match after that, it should be a cinematic match with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
because that would just be, that could be the best thing WWE's ever produced.
I honestly
with the history
think
of the Undertaker.
You should just do it and hire Eli Roth to direct it. I'm serious. Why not?
Or hell,
you're a billionaire. You're a $1 billion company. Do it.
They should get the Sasuke sisters, because the Sasuke sisters are wrestling fans
and did See No Evil too.
They did See No Evil 2. And when
Yeah.
I live tweeted See No Evil 2, I said I want them to do the story of The Undertaker and Kane.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
Because, my God, that would be wild shit.
Jeez, that's better than
That's funny.
the stuff they're like. Didn't what was it? What was this? They're WWE Studios putting out movies that don't even have wrestlers in them, like something called Tag. I saw
Yeah.
with like Olivia Munn in it or something. I'm like, what is happening here? Like I forgot what movie I watched. It was like it just like you get like all those studios in the beginning, especially if it's something on Netflix because they have like 12 studios that pitched
Yeah.
in for this thing.
WWE Studios got weird.
WWE Studios was just
Like,
like I'm
well,
like
They
whoa.
started with the main character being a main wrestler like a Kane and a John Cena,
Mhm.
and then they started putting in
The Miz.
Ted DiBiase Jr., The Miz. I think Ziggler might have been in one of those too.
Yeah, Buddy Games. Buddy Games was the one that I saw the trailer for because I just started like going down the rabbit hole after like, and they do the obvious ones, like they got an animated one like with monsters that wrestle that got delayed until I think next year called Rumble. They did stuff like Condemned with Stone Cold and the 12 Marine movies. And even like the
And the one where Rusev pulls a gun in backstage.
was that
Yeah, it
was
was
that WWE? Was that
Surf's Up
Studios?
2, all those kinds of things.
They should be doing all these.
Yeah,
They should.
yeah. Wait.
They should be coming out with 2 movies a year with their superstars.
Absolutely.
Easily.
I'm waiting for them to remake. Do you guys remember this?
Hey,
was,
I'm available to develop. By
This
the way,
was-
if
this was
anybody's
back-
listening.
Yeah, there you go.
this was back in the day, like I want to say 2001. They came out
in
with
the
a
day.
fiction novel
Yeah.
called Big Apple Takeover. That was just like a
How do I know
spy-
about this?
It was a spy thriller.
Because you
with
listen to this show.
WWE with WWE like characters.
Yeah.
I want them to adapt it today.
Oh, I remember
They
what the
can
movie
do
was.
like an Italian job with WWE
Yeah.
wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
legit.
So I remember what that WWE Studios movie was that surprised me. Killing Hasselhoff.
Sorg, I just
Oh.
looked up WWE Studios
Did you just wiki
Wikipedia
them?
page.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Mhm.
You know what?
I'm about to read some. I'm about to read some weird movie titles.
Yeah, I'm looking at this too. It's
Okay,
it's
I'm,
odd.
I'm going there now too. Thank you.
Pure Country, Pure Heart with Shawn Michaels.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
I
That
remember
makes sense
that.
though. That
I
makes
think
sense.
I think they're Christian movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just like
Armed-
Resurrect.
Armed Response with Seth Rollins.
Oh, really?
Did that come
Uh-huh.
out?
Oh,
Armed Response.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Term Life with Cain Velasquez.
Oh,
The
God.
hell?
Yeah. Vendetta with The Big Show. And this was
I think I saw
straight to video, first installment of the Action Six-Pack series.
Hmm.
Do you want to know what the rest of the installments are? Because they're not all out yet.
Oh no.
6-pack series.
The second installment of the Action Six-Pack series was 12 Rounds 3 Lockdown with Dean Ambrose.
Oh my.
Oh.
The third part was Interrogation with Edge and Lana. And that's it.
I mean, I
The Interrogation came out in 2016.
Wow.
So we've had 5 years without the fourth installment of the Action Six-Pack.
WWE Studios, WWE Films originally debuted in 2003 with the rock classic The Rundown, and of course they've been attached to a lot of films since. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, there's still.
By the way, did you see they're remaking their remake of Walking Tall
Yeah.
with Get Out of Here, Charlotte?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of want to see how that turns out. To be honestly, can we still get Sean William Scott in it? No, wait, that's another one. That's The Rundown.
Also,
I-
I didn't know WWE Films made Inside Out. I thought that was a Pixar
It's
joint.
Pixar. Yeah.
No, that is,
It's a different movie.
Oh wait, no, wait. I
With the same
remember
name.
that.
With the same name and Triple
Wait.
H is in it.
They
Yeah,
had.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember.
That's funny.
Oh, the Iron Sheik was in Killing Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
That's right. I think I fell
I
asleep in the middle of that
forgot.
one.
They did a Behind Enemy Lines
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
movie
Oh yeah.
with Mr. Kennedy.
It was supposed to be with Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Remember that? It was
Oh.
supposed to be with Randy Orton,
They-
and Marines were like, no.
They
No.
released
No,
7
thank you.
films in 2017. They're not doing nearly as many now, but it's also probably because of situations.
But you got to think too
yeah.
that, like, you know, a lot of those things, not to get nerdy about that business, but like, you know, their involvement, it's not like they made an entire movie.
No.
It's like one movie they could have just honestly provided the superstar,
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, of
Mhm.
course.
and they got a producing credit.
Well,
you
and
know?
all these
Like,
are like the distributors. They're attached to films and partnerships with Lionsgate, 20th Century
Yeah.
Fox, Universal Pictures, a lot of Lionsgate films, and they do a lot of
Yeah.
straight to video. Like they're
Right.
one of the producers on it, which means it's the talent, it's the money, it's
Yeah.
they get a cut of whatever comes
there's
back
so many
on
things.
it.
Like when you
Yeah.
see when there's like 15 executive producers.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like that guy made introductions to the 2 stars.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, you
That's
got
it.
credit.
Like
Yep.
that's like
Yeah.
And
that guy got all the money.
And
Like,
get-
you know, it's
and gets bigger residual checks. So
Yes.
yes. Well, we do a little bit of small time productions too. Not to be a WWE Films around here, but we have done such classics as The Legend of Virgil and his traveling merchandise table, which you can see over on IndieWrestling.us on VOD, and as part of the subscription over at IndieWrestling.network. So I've actually had an interesting conversation because we have a random video from WrestleCon, the weekend of WrestleMania 29. And it's we're shooting across, and it was around the Lonely Virgil time, and it's Joe Dombrowski and myself, and we're commentating about how Lonely Virgil in the corner of WrestleCon,
Mhm.
and it's been a fun conversation because everybody's like, "You guys are assholes," and we're like, "Well, actually, we kind of did this project with him a few years later and paid him money, so I think we're okay."
Do you know?
So-
so can I bridge this real quick? So
Sure.
comedians,
Mm-hmm.
Virgil it's a topic to comedians.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So because there is a comedian that I will leave unnamed because they talk about it on stage, and I don't want to ruin their bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Virgil, years and years ago, not years and years, but like, you know, within the last decade, showed up, apparently was staying at the same hotel across from a comedian. You guys won't be surprised at this. And literally set up merch outside the comedy club for when the show let out. And the comedian like went out and almost got in a fist fight with him.
So he's been like kind of a scourge of the
I
your
mean-
industry as well, or
Yeah,
he's
that's like,
just been a scourge in general.
It's like almost like a merch joke with comedians.
well, if
It's
you
like I didn't sell any merch, and someone's like, "Was Virgil out there?"
Well, if you want to see, I think it was about 2 hours of an interview behind his merch table that was set up in his living room
Mhm.
of his apartment. You can go
What?
check out The Legend of Virgil and his traveling merchandise table with Joe Dombrowski over there, and there with addition fun pop up video facts. We fact check him as he's telling us the stories.
Like if he really was at every WrestleMania.
Yeah, and he tells us how big his penis really is, and we fact check the average for a male in the corner. So
I was gonna say, did you fact check his actual penis?
we
size?
didn't look at it, but everybody saw
Yeah.
his ball like not too long ago. But it
We
was
did interviews.
yes, we did. Listen, Joe did the research.
I was gonna say,
Okay,
Joe is going to get the research done.
I am
He's
just
gonna
part of the
figure it
production.
out.
I just insert the facts.
He's
Joe
gonna do the interviews.
is involved in the hands-on research, and I'm just going to leave it there.
Sorg, honestly, that pop-up fact checking, that should be done. Like,
Every wrestling interview, this
I
show.
was gonna say during the news.
Well, yes, there's that too. What
I
is?
almost
Like,
feel
could you imagine pop-up debates show?
Oh, there was. I think that discussion. We're not having this conversation on
No,
this
we're
show.
not. But like, if he can do it for a Virgil documentary,
Yes.
he can do it like just brought to you by Snopes, like Snope Up Facts.
I feel like we're gonna reach a point where digital media is gonna be so fast that you literally, as you lie, there's going to be pop-up video footnotes of like, "Blah, blah, blah." That's not true.
Either that or like every time you lie in a debate, your mic should cut.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, it's gonna. I mean, it's going to be computers are going to work so fast that it'll literally like he's lying, mute him. The computer will mute you if you're lying.
Well, considering like we are getting live subtitles on Facebook as we do this show, which is still absolutely blows my mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Like yeah, no, why can't you just plug that stuff through?
In 5 years, it's going to be Google's going to be that fast.
Right.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So we're here with Aaron Kleiber. Grown Dad Business is the podcast. Grown Ass Dad is the Amazon.
You know, people are so timid to say ass. It's so
well.
weird.
I mean, you it's bleeped on your cover art here, so it's just like I want to stay on brand.
By the way, I just had a meeting that's very problematic for Sirius XM. By the way.
I'm sure it is.
Wait, you plug it in like that?
They told us it wasn't, but
okay, because
didn't say anything on there.
Yeah.
No. I mean the spelling of that word.
No,
Yeah,
like,
I know,
we're
but,
talking about like the
wouldn't they
search,
just-
right?
They should just put in ass.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's like I guess it's part of like the I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's you know, whatever.
So of course, you're experiencing pro wrestling through the eyes of a children.
I am.
And it's always fantastic to hear.
I'm rekindled with like, you know, I watched, you know, wrestling up until I was done with college. You know what I mean? Like, and then I just, you know, was not able to watch it. Just, you know, it just fell off like, you know, like a childhood hobby. No, you know what I'm saying? No offense. You know what I'm talking about.
No problem.
No, you know what I mean? Like to pick it up again with my kids. I was like, hey, let's try this out. I've told you before in the last year, like it's been amazing. The fact that now that like my house is covered in wrestling belts and wrestling, like there's like 20 female wrestlers, you know, and my daughter just had her birthday in February. I just want to say this as a wrestling fan thing. This is dope. Since I'm new to like buying wrestling toys, she loves Asuka. Like she wanted Asuka figures. She wanted everything Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
And you start looking at Asuka, and I'm like, oh my God, it's like $40. I'm not going to buy a $40 figure for a 5-year-old. This is crazy, you know? So I hit up Facebook and I said, hey, my daughter, is anybody out there have some extras or like, and people hit me up like crazy. Super wrestling fan, my friend Mike Rhodes, improviser, hit me up. He hooked me up. Like other friends just like hit me up. It was like, oh dude, I know where to get Oscars, and it was amazing. And so she had the best birthday ever. It was amazing.
Does she have an Oscar
My wrestling
mask?
fan friends came through.
Does she have an Oscar mask now?
Oh yes, she does. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Is that
she just walks in rooms like this?
Does she ever like creep in the side of your Zoom calls and like scare the other people in the meeting with that thing? Because I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's pretty creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my kids now we have a thing where we give each other what we call Janitor Randy RKOs. So I made a joke one time to my kids. I always wear like hoodies, and I put my hoodie up, and I just ran up to my son, and I was like, Janitor Randy Orton. And so now every time we wear a hoodie, we put it up, and we sneak around like we're Janitor Randy Orton.
Also, did you know that there are Asuka like masks that you can wear for COVID?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Back to school soon, so
I'm just saying.
Wrestling, that'd be fun. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop a little linky. And are you in the chat room at all or no?
I have no idea.
Okay. We'll connect you. We'll connect you over there. Yeah, drop in chat room. Drop in the chat room on the Facebook, and we'll get you connected.
Anyway.
But yeah. So wait, so is it gonna have like the green like?
Yeah, does it have like
how?
Hold on. Can I share my screen? No.
Oh, wait, is it in? Did you put in the chat room? I can bring it up.
It's on WWE Shop.
Okay.
My kids were bummed.
I put it in the chat room.
When we first started watching, she started spitting when she was spitting. You know,
the green mist.
Oh
yeah,
no.
and my girls thought that was so cool, and they were like, "Oh, she had to quit it because of COVID."
Yeah, that's it.
Oh God.
See,
And I gotta say, real conversations I'm having with wrestlers because they're like, "Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to tease the spit." I'm like, "Oh, because of COVID." He's like, "Yeah, that's like half my gimmick." I was like, "Okay, yeah, you got to work around that, I guess." Yeah.
But yeah, I popped the link for it in the chat.
So is this the one? It was like
There
a
it is.
nice little
Oh.
like black background version of it. I kind of dig that. Look at that.
Braun Strowman does not care about spitting because
Oh,
in
jeez.
Raw, him spitting that green slime. Can we talk about this? What the hell is happening?
Oh,
Before I leave, can we talk about current wrestling? Just so
Yeah,
I can
absolutely.
well, I mean, now your kids also know what a sommelier is too.
Mhm.
That's also
Yeah, actually, my daughter's pretty. She's a bright little cookie, and she was like, "Is he from Somalia or what is that?" And I was like, honestly, I had to look it up because I was like, maybe. I was like, I know that's a thing, and then I had to look it up. Confusing.
Yeah.
But I like him. I do.
He's amazing, the stuff they've been doing to him. And, you know, speaking of like intergender wrestling, like they've been throwing him
He
in
is
all
an
kinds of stuff on
incredible
SmackDown.
performer. He worked. Did you know he worked for Cirque du Soleil? I think.
Yeah, they mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's super legit.
that's it got to be big things for him. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
give me him and Ricochet, and let's see what happens.
Oh.
You know, so
Yes.
it'll be the most like gravity defying match that you've ever seen in WWE. So
That's true.
yes.
No, tag team match with the Lucha House Party.
Oh, you know, for whatever you think about, like it's like, oh, here comes Lucha House Party, but when if they get into a match, like they're doing some real cool
Dude.
stuff out there.
And listen, I'm seeing it through the lens of my kids. My kids cheer when it's a Lucha House start. It's so much fun, and that's what they're all about. It's a blast. It's so much fun to watch.
I would wait until the younger one's a wee bit older, then show them Lucha Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, dude. One of my buddies was like, "Dude, you got to show your son Lucha Underground. You guys will be obsessed."
It's a
Yeah.
I
whole
saw Logan,
different
that's
thing.
pretty rad.
And it's got
Because
good.
basically everyone in Lucha Underground is like the Lucha House Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen a little. Oh, this is what I'm gonna ask you, the experts. So, like, what is Shane McMahon doing? Like, go
Oh
home.
God, he's fucking up my Monday nights. That's what he's
Like,
doing.
dude, the guy does some curls, and now he's like, I'm back. I'm like, dude.
No, he doesn't even do curls. Like, he doesn't. Shane. If you want to see what Shane's doing, go in the Wayback Machine, and watch his feud with the Big Show.
Oh yeah,
from 2003.
yeah,
It's the exact same thing.
yeah.
He's about
what
to
I
say, which way did he go? Which way did he go?
Now-
Yeah.
Is that I don't know the insider thing? Is this like some collaboration with Nickelodeon, like the NFL coming?
Nope.
What is this? What is the slime thing?
I've
Are they gonna have like on Nickelodeon they punch each other and there's like a boom?
No.
Like Batman? Like is there gonna be like
no.
like did you see the NFL? It's like
Oh,
that
God, the
was
NFL and
great.
the NFL and Nickelodeon's partnership. This is a complete aside. Nickelodeon should cover the Pro Bowl every fucking
dude, I saw it. I think
Every
it's
fucking
fun.
year.
But that's why I thought they were doing it. Like, is that what the slime
No,
is? Where
no.
is that a Shane
I-
thing? Where
I
did that
think
come
No.
I think
no.
it's because Braun was pissy backstage at the end of last year, and they took him off TV for a while, and they're like, "Fine, we'll bring you back on TV, but we're gonna embarrass the fuck
But
out of
Shane's gonna beat your ass and pour
Yeah.
slime on you.
basically."
Yeah.
Because
Well-
that's what the McMahons do, baby.
Yeah, we talked about last night on Monday Mayhem Warriors about how like he's basically become Big Show, how
Yeah.
they've like just done embarrassing shit with him for like 15 years, even though he's like
Wow.
this should
Yeah,
be
I
the
mean,
biggest
Big Show
scariest
dressed
guy.
as Baby New Year one year.
Yeah, he
That's
was.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not counting the Akibono stuff as embarrassing because that's
No,
pseudo
no.
culture. That was a cool. That was
No.
actually a very cool thing.
Yeah.
But Big Show dressed as Baby New Year one year.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
And Eddie Guerrero sprayed him with a hose full of shit one year.
Yeah.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're not far off from that.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
far off from. In fact, the only reason it probably wasn't something like that is because of the cock.
Yeah, it's true.
that's
Probably
right.
the only reason.
It's true.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron, it's always great to have you back on and talk and catch up on wrestling and what you've been watching with the girls.
I love it, dude.
Thank
I
you
love
so
I
much.
love nerding out with you guys. I love, like, especially with the pandemic. I'm just
Yeah.
like, dudes I can talk about stuff with. My wife doesn't want to talk about this, please.
So tell them one more time, where can people check out what you're doing?
Hey, everything, if you know how to spell my name, at Aaron Kleiber. And yeah, please watch Grown Ass Dad on Amazon and you know, tell everybody. That's it. You know what I mean? Just, whatever. And go to, listen, when live comedy starts, go to wrestling and also live comedy, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All those live events are going to need your help here soon. So please go check all of that out. And again, things are good and you're feeling safe. And even in the meantime,
And after you get vaccinated, hopefully.
Ideally. But when you feel safe to do it, please go out and support. In the meantime, if there's anything like VODs or streaming for your events or these alternative things, I know you guys are doing as comedians, you know, please just support whatever is out there to make sure it's going to be there when we come back here, which it's not long, guys. We just got to hold out for a couple more months. I mean, I'm seeing events come back and they're getting more realistic and a little more realistic, and hopefully very soon we'll just be back to what we love doing without the restrictions. So,
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot for coming on, man.
Peace, y'all.
All right. And of course, one thing you can enjoy, you don't got to wait till you get vaccinated or anything like that. Our friends at Slice on Broadway, New York City style. Yins are made, 4 locations. The North Hills location about to open. I was just seeing a post from that here tonight. But also, we got to give you the next part of our 6-part series, What's on the Box. They got this nice thing on the box where if you get your Slice on Broadway, they have suggested uses for an empty box. We had part 1 last week. Part 2 of What's on the Box. You guys are going to like this one. Save 596 of them to become the new Guinness World Records holder for the largest pizza box collection. You ready for that? You ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I mean,
right.
as much Slice on Broadway as we eat,
If I have kept all the boxes that I had,
that is a
years,
doable feat.
like, if I had 596 Slice on Broadway pizzas, fairly likely. Fairly likely. I would say that I've had at least. Oh no, definitely. No, definitely. I'll do
I've
this
had
math.
2.
How long have they been sponsors?
They've been sponsors for
One a week
while.
for how many years?
Yeah.
For like.
And that's just when you're getting them for the show.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking at least 400 just based on that, not counting pay-per-view parties, other parties. Just I want one. So if you want to skip ahead to the end of this 6-part series, go order some Slice on Broadway if you're in the area, because they're all right there on the box for you guys. So go check them out, sliceonbroadway.com for more info and where it is in your area here in the greater Pittsburgh region. Well, we are going to be back with Mayhem Mania, and I understand we have a very special surprise guest that's supposed to be joining us as well. So we'll be tuning in for that, and we'll be right back after this.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohema, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm going to pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
For a foot or an inch, yeah, fight for you all is the truth, and I'm in, yeah, fight for referee.
The world of pro wrestling, it's bigger than ever. So how can you possibly keep up with everything that's happening? Just pro wrestling news. Don't fear falling behind. Give us just 5 minutes every morning, and we'll catch you up on the biggest news in the world of pro wrestling. No filler, no rumors, no spoilers, no pop-ups. Just pro wrestling news. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app or tell your smart speaker to play the Just Pro Wrestling News podcast. Find out more. Go to justprowrestlingnews.com.
Wrestling Mayhem Show. Hey, thanks a lot, Aaron Kleiber, for joining us here. Always great to chat with him. But we got a wonderful rogues gallery here for Mayhem Mania. And before we get into that, I need to draw some attention to the Riz. Okay? Riz, make some noise so I can actually see you on the thing. There you go. Oh, that's actually perfect. If you're on the visual, because thank you for thank you for reinvigorating my nightmares. By the way,
I mean, I was watching, like, I wasn't able to be there. I was watching it on the screen.
Roll back for a second. Roll back for a second. We're talking about the Unforgiven poster from 2001 here in Pittsburgh with the multiple. The eyes are peeking out over your head now, and it's real.
Those eyes are...
It is fucking with me. Okay.
I'm trying not to, like.
It's creepier when the eyes are showing.
I'm trying not. My head's not that big finally.
Oh, this is not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay.
So I'm watching this live, and the Kurt Angle Austin match was great, but all I can see is this face just morphing and coming out of each other.
Not okay.
It's not okay.
Not okay. A lot of not okay. It was one of the most disturbing imagery that they've ever made for a pay-per-view. And it didn't even involve slime. So, well, we're going to kick it over here, and we might have a drop-in here one way or another. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, I got
a good feeling about that surprise guest. So
okay.
I got a good feeling.
All right. No problem.
Yeah.
I got a real good feeling about it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is time
right.
for Mayhem Mania. Mainstream Matt, what's your name? There you go.
That's me. Thank you, Sorg. It's time for the most feared WrestleMania fantasy booking game on the internet. It's time for Mayhem Mania. And the goal is to create it's kind of a competitive thought experiment. Sometimes there are hurt feelings, sometimes there are happy feelings. The goal is to create the best WrestleMania card possible within the boundaries of our current reality. That means every single individual that our players will try to book come in their current physical, emotional, contractual, pharmacological, etc. state. Basically, if they're injured, you can't use them. If they work for another company, you can't use them. But if they're under a WWE contract or they're otherwise within WWE's orbit of influence, they are fair game for you to use, except for a few people. We'll get to that in a second. We operate with an 8-match card. Actually, we operate with 2 8-match cards. we have a what you would call an undercard. Okay, this is like the area where we're meddling with our matches and we're making changes to them, we're trying to fine tune them. But if a match can survive 3 consecutive rounds without being altered in any way on the undercard, it graduates to the supercard. And so far, this is round 8 of this year's Mayhem Mania. We have graduated a grand total of 1 damn match, and that was. Geez, it was so long ago. Beth Phoenix versus Raquel Gonzalez. That was created by Tina Keys. It's a great match. Tina did a great job. Everyone loves it, but we're going to need some more matches. This little, game is only going to last a few more weeks. This is round 8. Then we have round 9. And then I think it's Patreon in the bank. And hey, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit inspired tonight. I've come up with a little bit of an extra gimmick for Patreon in the bank. It always pains me to have to make these hard decisions on kind of like what order our players should go in, because it's exclusively for the Patreon supporters of the Wrestling Mayhem show. They're the only ones who get to participate in that final round of Mayhem Mania. So I'm always trying to be very fair about how we set everybody up, but I've decided, you know what? Why don't we just monetize it this year? So the high Patreon contributor to the Wrestling Mayhem show Patreon will have the exclusive authority to determine the order of play in Patreon in the bank. So, those Biden bucks are coming. So, I'm just letting you guys know. Sorg, I'm sure I want to give everyone, some time, a little bit of warning, because Sorg, I'm sure you could update the Patreon contributor standings next week, and then we'll let nature take its course, and then we'll see how things go. We're gonna get that money, as we like to say.
I don't want anybody to die. No nature taking its course.
Well, we'll stop it right there. Anyway, we have 5 players here tonight. Each of them will make 1 change to the 8 matches on our undercard. We will run through the. No. First, we should talk about Space Jail. Space Jail is where I go off the rails now, Sorg.
Yes.
I'm trying to explain this.
It's getting weird.
Okay, I mentioned that not everyone is eligible to be used in Mayhem Mania. Some for practical reasons, others for reasons based on spite, hurt feelings, general meanness, or trying to provide a challenge to our players. At least that's the story Tina told us. Anyway, these are some other names that you are forbidden from using in Mayhem Mania right now because they are locked in Space Jail. Ready, Sorg?
Yes.
Pat McAfee, Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Dominic Mysterio, Brock Lesnar, Shane McMahon, Billy Kay, Velveteen Dream, Austin Theory, Peyton Royce, and Edge. You can't use any of them unless one of them happens to escape from Space Jail. You may notice there's a number associated with everyone there, and some openings also. But anyway, every week we spin this fancy prize wheel with Sorg, and we see if someone can escape from Space Jail. So Sorg, let's spin the wheel, and let's see if anyone will escape from Space Jail tonight.
Spinning the wheel!
Wheel of Space Jail, turn. And
Oh, no. No.
13.
Shane McMahon is
No!
out.
Here comes the money.
No!
Here
He's
comes
free
the
to
money.
slime
Money,
it.
money,
He's
money,
free to
money,
slime
money,
again.
money,
I
money,
thought
money,
it
money.
stopped on Billy Kay for a second,
You
and
got
I
really
was about
excited.
to break Zoom.
Oh
Well, you
no!
know, I mean, she's
Hey.
only what, one cell away over there.
Yeah, yeah.
in the
Yeah,
I
that
know.
is-
That's
Oh,
That
it's so
cinematic
close.
match is looking like a Kids' Choice Awards
Bad.
match.
Green Goo is back in play, and so is Shane
Oh,
McMahon. So you can use
no.
Shane McMahon again.
Oh,
But the rest of
no.
the folks who were who you saw there in Space Jail, they are still off limits. Before we get into the moves, let's talk about the 8 matches on the undercard very quick.
Yes,
So,
yes,
we can get
right
through this.
here
Okay.
from the page.
Let's go. Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt versus Taya and Johnny Mundo versus Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano. That is the designated cinematic match. I'll explain a little bit more in a little bit. That's created by Mad Mike. Bailey and Bad Bunny versus Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis, created by Mad Mike. Randy Orton versus Papa Shango, created by Sorgatron. Drew McIntyre versus Adam Cole, created by Jim LaMotta. Cameron Grimes versus Xavier Woods, created by Bobby FJTOWN.
I like the money.
Kushida
I didn't realize
versus-
the money you added there.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
That's great.
Kushida versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Elias versus
Yes.
Roman Reigns, created by Alex Cars. Keith Lee versus Pete Dunne versus Cesaro, created by Mad Mike. And finally, Big E versus Bronson Reed, created by Tina Keys. Now, like I mentioned, we've got 5 players here. Each one of them will make a single change to our card as it exists right now. They can add an individual or a tag team to one of these matches, make it from a regular one-on-one to a 3-way or a 4-way, 5-way. Who knows? Handicap, whatever. You know, you could swap an individual from one match to another, or swap a team or a side from one match to the other, or you can just bring someone in from off the card and swap the other person off. You can delete a match entirely and create a brand new match with entirely new people. You can also, we talked about this cinematic match slot, that is locked cinematic match slot. But if you think there's a match on the card that would be a better cinematic match than the one we have right now, you can swap that match in and we'll move that other cinematic match off and it will just be a plain old match. And finally, the subtract option is still in play, I believe. So if one of these 5 ways or 6 ways isn't quite doing it for you, you can remove a person from that match and, you know, streamline it a little bit. Okay, the order of play tonight will be Chad the Shad leading us off.
who also still has his veto.
Who also still has a veto. Chad, you didn't forget about it, did you?
No, I did
Okay,
not.
I didn't think so.
I did not. No, never.
No, of course not. Chad the Shad will go first. Then it will be Bobby FJTOWN. Then it will be Alex. Then it will be Tina. And then it will be our special guest tonight, Honey Badger. Can I call you Honey Badger? Honey Badger. Hello.
You can. You can call me anything with those body
No.
bucks coming. And OnlyFans is going live.
Oh man, you're right. This is like got to be the best time of the year for that.
Honeybrazzers.com.
Shut up and take my honey.
Yeah. Get the stimmy into my account so I can PayPal it to Honey Badger, etc., etc.
I need stimulated as fuck. So
Yeah.
I will have your Cash App, your Venmo, all those links ready.
Oh my god.
Thank you. Awesome.
You okay there,
Real
Mike?
fast.
We'll get to the hard
I
sell.
don't want to interrupt the flow.
There is no flow here.
I almost had to shut off Zoom earlier when I realized that Mad Mike is not in his living room.
Yeah. Well,
you fell for it?
Oh my god, I
It's
fell
a-
for it until he turned. and
it's a
his
good
hair-
picture. It's a good picture, right?
It was
Now, do you also believe that Riz is part of Stone Cold Steve Austin's morph head?
I do. I saw
Okay.
that. I was like, wow, that's a really big poster you got, Riz.
He really loved that
Oh.
show, didn't he?
Huge poster.
Oh my god.
Like it's the entire wall. It's just covered.
It would have been really great if I just randomly showed up to Pittsburgh for a one-off on the show and not tell
For
anyone.
just a Mayhem Mania.
Yeah, for just
nothing
Mayhem
else.
Mania.
Yeah.
When I'm not even playing this round.
That's right. All right, so I feel like we said everything we need to say. I feel like we're ready to proceed. Does anyone have a question or a point of order before we get down to business here? Nobody? Good, great. Let's get rolling. Chad the Shad?
Hello.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah. I'm
Bobby
ready.
FJTOWN, you are on deck. Chad the Shad, your 90 seconds start now.
Look, there's a lot of destruction I want to just wreck on this card, but I don't have enough moves to do that. So I think I'm just going to add a wrestler to a match.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to let me reference something real quick. Yeah, I'm going to add Walter to the Keith Lee Pete Dunne Cesaro match.
All right.
Beef slam. That's a beef slam.
Walter.
Yeah, that's a beefy match right there.
That's a lot of beefy.
And a lot of beef lifters. They can handle it.
Awesome. All
lot of
right. So
butchers.
now it's going to be Keith Lee versus Pete Dunne versus Cesaro versus Walter. Chad, is that all? Are you gonna
What's that?
Are you gonna veto your own?
Is he gonna veto his own match?
Chad, you gonna veto your own match?
Are you gonna veto your own match? And second, are you gonna surrender?
I've made a
your time to
mistake.
the gentleman from
Oh, no.
Johnstown.
I must veto that I made a mistake on myself. No, yeah, I what do they concede my time or?
I forgot the word was.
Actually, I take my time and I throw it away because I don't want to give it to anybody else. So
Well,
too
you
bad,
rambled
Bobby.
on long enough.
Well,
so
guess
it's
what?
probably
I'm
90 seconds
taking
right there.
my
Good.
time that I
All
have.
right, Bobby, are you ready? Alex is on
Yeah.
deck. Bobby, hit the clock. 90 seconds. Let's go.
All right, guys. Hate to do this, but I'm gonna take off the Bad Bunny match, the Bad Bailey match, because he lost the Intercontinental or the 24/7 title.
Okay.
Oh, so he's not worthy now?
No, he's not worthy for the. He's never was worthy.
He was never pinned, never defeated. All right.
Anyways, we're gonna remove that whole match, and I'm going to add Legado del Fantasma.
All three.
Versus Tyler Breeze, Fandango, and friend of the show RJ City, who's a free agent.
Ooh, and he works for the bump, so.
Yeah, he's on the bump. Yep. So,
He is the
he's
very definition of within the orbit.
semi-contracted.
No, that definitely works. That definitely is.
And I yield my time to the next person.
All right. Man, I was about to put the brakes on
I
you
want someone to
trying
yield their time to someone.
reform
not
fish
going
and
right
chips.
after them.
All right. As you know, that's not possible.
That would be an amazing move. Just to yield their time to somebody else.
All right.
So I yield my time to somebody going next.
I yield my time to the gentleman from California. Alex, how are you?
Back and forth.
I'm doing
back and
good.
forth.
Are you
I'm doing.
ready?
Actually, give me 1 second to prepare myself mentally for what I must do.
Sword, cue up the clock.
All right, here we go.
All right, I'm ready
Let's go.
now.
Hit the clock. Let's go, Alex.
I'm ready to do
actually
what I
gonna be
must
pretty
do.
big.
It's going.
I'm scared about
Clock
it.
is
I'm
going.
really scared
the
now.
clock is going.
Bobby made a big
Oh no!
bad
no,
mistake.
no.
Oh no.
Freeing Bad Bunny up. Let me see that card one more time. There we go.
Oh, yeah, he's free to use now.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see. All right, I'm adding. I've got to add one more beat to that Big E versus Bronson
Yes.
Reed match. So I'm adding Bad Bunny to Big E versus Bronson Reed.
So three-way now?
Wait.
It's a three-way.
Wait. So is this the Braun, and the Bunny?
Yes.
That's exactly what this is.
The bad.
The big Bad Bunny Bronson.
The butcher, the blade, and the bunny.
The big
The
Braun.
and the bunny. Yeah, okay. The big, the brawn, and the bunny.
Oh, I had to witness the
Sponsored by
audacity of
Big
this
Money.
match.
Sponsored by Big Money Matt.
Or
Perfect.
Big Brawl brand.
Big,
Wow. All
Big
right.
Brawler brand. How has no one used Big Brawler brand?
Adding that to my list of domain names to add.
Oh, man.
I bought too many tonight already.
Someone needs to trademark that right away.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Oh yeah, that's my move. I'm good.
All right. Well, it was nice to see Bad Bunny running wild for like a minute. All right, he's back on the card. Alex, thank you very much. Let's go to Tina out there in Seattle, where it's lunchtime, I believe. Tina. Stupidest running gag of the entire show.
Seattle, they could just call everything brunch, I think.
Yeah.
Everything's
right?
brunch.
Yeah.
Starbucks is open 24/7.
What was that, Tina?
That three-way we just made. We're gonna blow it up.
Oh no!
Alex Cars gets his Alex Cars rule.
I don't like this.
Alex Cars got the Alex Cars.
I knew this day would come.
Well, don't step on her. She's on the clock.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're gonna go ahead and do Sasha Banks versus Miko Satomura.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
I'll allow it.
Solid.
Oh yeah, we forgot. We forgot.
No.
It's not my job to ask him every time.
Chad knows he can speak up. Chad's a big boy.
Love it.
I can jump in when I need to, and
Chad's a big boy.
me and Tina have developed a nice friendship.
Good.
Through this year of Mayhem Mania. So.
An uneasy alliance, more like it. So.
Yeah. Rated RKO type.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you very much, Tina. Let's find Honey Badger.
Yeah.
Honey Badger.
I'm here. Wait a second.
That's okay. Anyone? Okay.
It
Very
worked.
good.
Okay. I couldn't remember the name of the spooky Blackcraft guy, not Johnny Blackcraft, but I couldn't remember his name, and I was trying to Google it real smoothly,
right.
and that didn't work. So.
No, you did fine. Are you ready to go? Any last minute questions? You've done this before.
No, I just wish I could remember the dude's name who had like he had the entrance where like he was laying on a thing and it's like boop.
Oh, Aleister Black.
Aleister Black.
Aleister Black, thank you. Like something really fucking cheesy and gothy. So yeah, that's the one I couldn't remember.
Seems right. All right.
I
hit the clock, Sorg.
Let's go. The clock. 90 seconds.
Oh yeah, hit the clock. So I'm going to take out Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano and swap them in with Rhea Ripley and Aleister Black.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Matt.
What is there? Why are you talking to me? Isn't there something you want to say to the Honey Badger?
Has anyone,
something mean?
Has
Are your
anyone
feelings
ever
hurt?
Has anyone ever lost 3 matches during one round of Mayhem Mania?
I think you did that.
No, but you know what? I think you kind of you set yourself up.
You might have.
I think you did this year, actually.
I did right now, Riz.
You've been
Well, I mean,
riding.
before this.
I literally did this right now. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey,
I was the
least
one
you
that asked
had-
Badger on, and she wants to blow up my matches.
Hey, we were
At
talking
least
about
you
the
had
Guinness
a
Book of
match
World
on.
Records.
You know what?
earlier.
If you hadn't have been sneaky with your background, then maybe I wouldn't have had to like follow my gut instinct.
Oh, the good thing I didn't have a match today.
Damn it.
Well,
Okay,
Mike,
it's okay.
did you learn your lesson? All right.
I've
Next
tried.
time, make it Star Wars so I know it's fake.
Yo, I gotta say, I gotta take. Or the
Star Wars
realist.
is real.
It is really starting to trip me off because I am looking at this monitor and seeing Mike's background and then seeing the same background
All right,
in the
yeah,
background of
you're
his
right. There
background
you
for
go.
real.
Fine.
And
now
it's
this
fine.
reflects
It's
my
fine.
current Mayhem Mania state.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
fine.
Everything is fine.
Live in your
That's
house
it.
of flames.
No two things are not on fire.
All
This
right.
is basically what my Mayhem Mania card looks like now. It's completely on fire.
What's this? Your Mayhem Mania? This is our Mayhem Mania card. It's not
I
your
had 3
group.
matches.
Was that
How
Badger?
many matches?
Hold
You
on,
haven't
hold on.
You haven't graduated a damn thing, Mad Mike.
Hold
What
on, the
hell's going
Badger.
on?
The
To be fair,
Badger.
no one has except Tina.
Exactly.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I mean, Chad has kind of won something this year, so I mean, he's won.
trying.
He's gloated. I distinctly recall some gloating earlier during this process, but I don't know.
There we go.
It's been a while.
This
Bianca
is,
Belair just killed it for me this year.
Yeah.
this is fine.
Okay, let's recap the card. what a fine mess you guys have created now. Okay, The Fiend and Alexa Bliss. Oh, this is now the cinematic match here, Honey Badger. The Fiend and Alexa Bliss versus Johnny Mundo and Taya versus Aleister Black and Rhea Ripley. If it's Legado del Fantasma versus Tyler Breeze and Fandango and RJ City. Sasha Banks versus Mako Satomura. Randy Orton versus Papa Shango. Drew McIntyre versus Adam Cole. Cameron Grimes versus Xavier Woods. Keith Lee versus Pete Dunne versus Cesaro versus Walter. And Kushida versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Elias versus Roman Reigns. Again, a reminder to everyone, and I know when your stimulus checks come in,
here comes
Patreon
money.
the Bank is only a few weeks away, and that is the time when I call Sorg almost every day and say, Sorg, here comes the money. Patreon the Bank is coming.
To the moon.
To the moon. It's going to go Sorg, that Patreon account is going to go parabolic, and you are going to be rich.
Y'all can kiss my grits.
Wait, did he really say parabolic?
Yes, he did.
He did say that.
Oh God,
my favorite part of that promo. Was
that's such a good joke.
The remix is his new theme song now, and it's amazing.
Oh my God, that's such a good joke because he doesn't know what parabolic means.
Oh yay! I get the joke too.
That shit comes back down. like there's a peak.
Yeah,
there's a valley.
There's a valley.
And parabol, they can be upside down too.
But he also got dog coin.
I'm still waiting on my dog coin.
His valley is going to be
Excuse me.
great.
It's Dogecoin, you uncultured swine.
No, he called it dog coin.
He called it dog
coin.
Yeah, dog coin is what happens when a dog swallows a coin and then comes back.
Actually, I wasn't 100% on the
Way
pronunciation, so I'm glad you
He's
chimed
like,
in.
he's like, I love dogs, and I got this dog coin.
If only Jamie Noble still had his money.
Yes.
I gotta point out Team Hammerfist in chat room. I don't know if this is one of theirs, but
It is.
over on Philly. Okay, we're gonna give them a plug right now
that's-
because there is a wonderful Wrestling is Fine. Is that a piece of art I'm looking at here? Yeah, photo paper poster, and it's a luchador. Wrestling is Fine. It's
That was an avocado.
It's the On Fire. No, it's a luchador. What are you talking about it? And then there's like a little belt on the table, and it has internet duct taped on it.
That's the Internet Championship.
Yeah, the Internet Championship.
Is that the same? That's the same one, Mr. Moriarty has.
There you go.
That's
There
the
you go.
same Internet Championship that wants to get a makeover for itself.
Yes, exactly.
It wants to get a glow up for 2021.
There you go. There you go. A lot of good stuff there. So that's over at fullygimmick.com. Look for Wrestling is Fine for that T-shirt selection. Jeez.
To the moon.
I want to say
Top Patreon contributor decides what order we play, what order the players go in on
right.
Patreon the Bank.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I'm sure you can't wait to update this for everyone this week.
Can't wait
Next week.
Wow.
This is going to be a hot race. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to be able to prepay
We're
my
not
hosting
going to
bill.
tell everybody how much the money is total. We'll do it like the baseball standing. So it'll be like, Chad the Shad's in the lead, and $300 behind is Mad Mike, and $325 behind is Alex, and it's going to be
Silent auction.
Yeah.
Poor Jefferson's behind.
Where are you
and
pulling
one
these?
Benjamin.
Where are you pulling these numbers from?
White elephant in the bank.
Where are we pulling it? We're pulling it from the Patreon song. You're going to be bringing
It's the same thing. It's the same place we're pulling every match that we have in this entire
Everyone,
thing.
everyone's going to be $1,400 away from everybody else.
and tied for first place at $1,400 a piece. We have an 8-way tie. Somebody digs into their car. Oh, I found a quarter. I got it.
And,
Oh yeah, my stimulus
laughs.
was
Sorg just laughs.
1401.
2,800. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Tina's
Oh,
got the
yeah,
fast
Tina
track.
got
It's got that extra little
Yeah.
stimmy running around.
all over this house. So yeah, that's a reality for me
I'm gonna have to
too.
stack my cats up and put them in a trench coat.
What?
No, what you need to do is what I've been trying to do, and I've been failing at, which is trying to enroll my cat into a preschool in a onesie. And so far, it hasn't worked, but I still got a couple schools on the list. So I'm really holding out for that extra Biden buck.
Praying for you.
Sorg, this is a good opportunity to mention that involved with the tax refunds. and the stimmy checks coming in. I mean,
Yeah, listen.
indie wrestling promoters who don't know what they're doing are coming out of the woodwork. I mean, Bradley and I were kicking some of my match ideas around. I'm like, maybe we should make this happen. I got some bad news, though.
If you
want to bad news, Badger, Maki Ito went back to Japan. I'm sorry, I can't afford to fly her trans-Pacific all the way back here to do the independent main events.
I got a $10 gift card from work.
You know what? This is indie wrestling, so card subject to change. It happens.
See, I don't accept that answer because rates for airplanes are cheap as fuck right now, and I know you all got a bunch of airline points that haven't been used for a year. So all I'm saying is, let's be a team. If we're gonna do terrible wrestling, you should all put your money into me and that match, instead of trying to run a terrible show.
Listen. If everybody funds the Patreon, and we'll have a new run an independent show level of Patreon. If we get enough money to run an independent show as the Wrestling Mayhem show, you're in the damn main event, okay?
Right. And Ronnie Starks is the referee.
Oh, we determined this. Ronnie Starks is the referee for every match on the show.
Isn't Ronnie like all? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take that back. I almost said, isn't Ronnie still banged up from surgery? But you know what? That's actually someone who can keep up with me, and that's perfect for pacing because somebody that's had like major surgery and can't walk is about the same speed that I go in the ring. So this is perfect.
Can you imagine what Ronnie's dramatic slow count is going to look like at the end of the match?
Oh,
he's like
can't wait.
Slow winding,
can't wait.
No, Ronnie's just gonna get to a point where he's gonna be like watching it from the corner and make the count on the turnbuckle.
There you go. Yeah, he's just like drinking a
I'll
beer in
shoot
the
it
corner.
from ringside. I'll run ringside cam for you. Sort of.
There you go.
I'll make you look good. I'll make everybody look good.
This is all coming together.
I just want to make the flyers and maybe the website.
That's
sounds good. Perfect.
Yeah.
I call color commentary.
There you go.
There you go.
This is coming together. I'm excited about this.
So are this pipe dream?
Part with this money so we can get some real talent on this show, though.
Does anyone need a chubby manager who's not afraid to fall on his ass?
Me.
Perfect.
Me.
Okay.
Riz, you
but
running
there's a
DVD table?
condition.
Of course.
There's a condition.
Okay.
You have to dress up like Doc Antle.
Okay. Yep.
Does anybody need a chubby manager who's afraid to fall on his ass?
I mean, we need a Carol Baskins to go with my Tiger.
Oh, hell
King
yeah.
dream.
Dude, Bobby.
Everybody's like down here with
I am
their
that
like,
bitch.
wrestling stimulus dreams. No, I want to get all the stimulus money together and we're going to get Joe Exotic out of jail. We're going to go get Carol and Doc, and they're going to have a cage match with tigers in the cage, and whoever survives, it wins all the tigers for the rest of ever.
This is fate. I have a tiger costume.
What?
I wore it for Halloween.
Special enforcer, the guy on the jet ski.
Special enforcer is the tiger. That's the special enforcer.
Yeah. Like we're not
biased.
I mean, and we also know the people that know Litty. So
Litty,
we do.
Litty versus the tiger from Tiger King. Wait, I gotta Today I had the best idea.
Everybody just throw their wallets at your camera right now. That's just
Sorg's buying another.
Wait, Badger, I hate to break it to you. Are you okay with the semi-main? Because I think I'm having the main event with Litty versus the tiger from Tiger King.
Okay.
Yes, all right, here we go.
That's I'm used to my good ideas being thrown away. I've worked with Marcus Mann.
When Mayhem Mania became a real boy.
Oh boy. Okay. All right, moving on.
When you wish upon stimuli.
If you know of a venue that's cheap, preferably free, Good Times at Wrestling Mayhem should have.
I think we already know.
Or just hit Bradley on the Twitter.
We are listen.
Let's just have it at Slice on Broadway.
I'm very knowledgeable in Pittsburgh that for rent. So
I'm sure there's a spare. I'm sure there's a backyard somewhere that we can.
Are we
Sorry.
bothered?
One in Boyle Heights.
I mean,
Can we just make it?
Yeah, they're not using that place.
Can we make
Using that
it?
place, yeah.
Large refrigeration factory
I mean,
outside Boyle
yeah.
Heights.
yeah, I don't even know if there is a commission in Pennsylvania anymore. To
Can
be
we
quite
make it a
honest,
scare house match?
There's only one way to find out the commission is still in operation, Sorg, and that's to run a show and see if they show
that's
up.
right. And that hasn't. That has. I'm not aware of that having at least 5 times where they probably should have. So we're good to go. And Mad Mike, no, we can't for reasons.
Why not?
Oh, there's a reason, and I'm going to tell you off air.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, what's the
Damn,
tea?
Mike, we don't. Mike,
So,
we,
Sorg, are we already on strike too? What's going on?
no.
Give me the tea.
No, we just don't have any affiliations with any haunted houses anymore.
Oh.
Is that's it? That's all I'm going to say. So,
That's all right.
but you know, for reasons.
Then we make one ourselves.
Right after we make our own independent show.
Yeah.
If you want to find out why, listen to Fishing Without Bait with Dudders on it.
Oh
So-
boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You'll put the numbers together. But
Haunted house shoot interviews.
this is late in the show. We can nobody gets this far unless they're really into this. Nobody's gonna.
They
gonna
listen
get
to see how my heart breaks in Mayhem Mania, and then they shut it off.
That's right. That's right. They wait this long to see who were too tired to not care to be burying on the show. So
Did we get any further with the script for the Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss movie? Because you know what's been living rent free in my brain all day was like a Disney Channel montage thing where they like accidentally bump into each other and like make the Disney thing, and then Randy RKO's her like through the Mickey Mouse set.
Would they
Like
make
they both
W's?
do like
Would they do the
Yeah, they gotta
W's?
like do the.
I don't know what anybody's talking about
Who
right
they
now.
have to go
Disney
back
Channel,
to
I'm
back
already
and do that little arm thing.
So you know what we're talking
No,
about.
no.
They do an
Like
Olsen.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Like,
They
listen.
They do
just
an
the
Olsen
Olsen
pose.
back to
Yeah.
back thing.
But then Randy turns around and just RKO Bliss.
Yes, that's what's been living in my head all day.
So
We did a dramatic reading of all the scene that was written. That was a little bit earlier in the show. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna do
we-
a dramatic reading.
Yeah, so we were judged by a fine actor that's been cut out of at least 2 award-winning movies. So that was exciting. That was a high point for me. That and being able to do the hair flip again, because I haven't had the hair flip in about 10 years. So it's exciting.
Oh,
Yes.
what's going on?
Yeah,
Who's
you
this?
like that? You see this?
Who is
you see that?
she?
Who's she?
Who's that lady?
Who's that lady?
It's a different color from when I cut it the first time, but I don't know. It's that last go, probably. But
Sorg, we gotta get someone to shave the WMS logo in the back.
in the back of my head, yeah, sure. If we're doing the indie show, we gotta go full on for this, right? So
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can I get Shima Walking Wild? Sorry. He always had like the fine. He had. I need like his barber that always shaved like the cool shit in his hair, right?
Oh yeah.
So, actually, the guys next door can do that. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think I watched somebody doing that when I was over there. So, this is what happens when you don't get a haircut since June. So yeah.
My last haircut was October.
Yeah.
I need one bad because
This is
I
the-
was pushing my hair in front of my face.
Last one was-
It's not a great look.
Wow.
Not a great
Wow.
look.
My last one was 2 weeks
It
ago.
looks like you're blaring My Chemical Romance right
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
do it,
Oh,
Rick.
you're just gonna make me angry.
He's not okay.
Oh,
He is not
also,
okay.
I also, with my hair, I parted it down the middle. I sent a picture.
No.
I sent a
No.
picture of it to my sister, and she's like, "Never send me that shit again."
Mike just found Spider-Man's black suit.
Bobby, I wish I had that kind of swagger. I wish I had that kind of swagger. Oh man,
like that.
but before I get a cut, I should just stand in the walkway and just do like.
There you go. There you go. Do your best Spider-Man 3.
I can absolutely do my best Spider-Man.
On that note, what did you learn from wrestling this week, everybody? Well, Mike is laughing already, so let's go to the firehouse and see what's happening.
I learned that Tony Khan speaks like Tim Burton's younger brother.
Well, yeah, what the? Wait, what the? Okay, What the hell, Tony Khan last night?
And, like dude, if you're gonna be on camera,
yeah,
make sure you know your fucking line.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're a billionaire doesn't mean you can fucking speak correctly, okay?
That was shocking.
That was bad. That was
Yeah.
bad, Sorg.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I finally watched that show.
Uh-huh.
I watched that show today, and it's fine. I'm not going to watch it again.
We're talking about AEW Dark Elevation, which
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
No.
It was just a bunch of squash matches. I'm like, for 2 hours, I'm not watching this shit.
Mhm.
I'd rather watch Man of Steel again. Like, but Tony Khan doing his worst Dixie Carter impression, just wild. Like, I can't wait until we see what his version of a Dixieland match is in approximately 6 to 8 months.
I love Dixieland. That was a good. That was a good match. I love that gimmick.
Matt, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
My head's so full of wrestling, it's hard to pick out just one thing. I learned that somehow I have become emotionally invested in the outcome of Moose's matches, strangely enough.
Yeah, right.
And I watched the main event of that Impact show over the weekend, and like we were watching it together, and then Moose lost, and I was like, "Gosh darn it! Dang it, Moose!" Like I was upset for Moose. Why? How? Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job, Moose. That was a good match.
That was a good match. He did some ridiculous stuff there. So it's Moose is always on the edge for me. You know, it's just like, yeah, he's good, but it's just not.
I mean, I kind of feel the same way.
Oh, you cut out. Matt.
Crossed the line, and now he's one of my guys now.
Matt, you cut out.
Oh, that was a good joke too. Forget it. We're out. Who's next?
I've already done on some Wi-Fi.
I've already made my contribution to comedy on the internet for today. I'm not making any more.
There you go. There you go. Chad the Shad, what'd you learn?
I learn something new every day because I listen to Just Pro Wrestling News every
Mhm.
day,
Mhm.
and it's a lot of stuff that I don't know. And you know what? I learned that Matt has an impeccable talent for pronouncing Japanese wrestlers' names. It's almost effortless in his ability to wrangle that language down to its basic form and give it to me in a way that there's no speed bumps. It just rolls right off the tongue into the speaker.
It may shock you to hear this, Chad. I've never had to do a retake when pronouncing a Japanese wrestler's name on Just Pro Wrestling News updates. Never once. I don't know what it is.
That's because you are a true professional. Absolutely. That's your mutant ability, is to just pronounce Japanese names single take. That must be it. That's what I learned. But you do an amazing job, and that's one thing I definitely, after listening to an episode, I wondered about that, because I'm like, how do you single take any of that stuff?
Matt, when are you joining the X-Men?
Well, first, you don't. And secondly, maybe someday we'll tell the whole story. Sorg could tell the tales of me like texting him at like 1 o'clock in the morning and just like MFing like some Japanese wrestler because I can't pronounce his name right. Like, I hate this guy so much.
Google Translate, like just pronounce it.
My go-to is to YouTube them and pray that there's a match, and then listen to what the ring announcer says, and then go with that.
You do an impeccable
Trade
job.
secret.
Fantastic.
Lifted the curtain. Yes, but you do an amazing
But
job.
hey, no one watches the end of the show anyway, so it's so good.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Safe.
The true believers.
Chad.
The true believers. Alex Carr is out there on the West Coast. What'd you learn?
Well, I learned that the limit that wrestling fans have for a championship that started as a joke with a mad dash in which whoever retrieved the title became the first champion. I learned that the limit that people have with that title is the champion literally handing the title off to somebody else.
Mhm.
Come on. Like, everyone's like, wrestling's the joke now. This is a joke title. Like, yes, it is. Y'all have had like almost 3 years to understand that the 24/7 championship is not meant to be taken seriously. You can't get that mad about the fact that the musician rapper that has been champion for roughly
season
Grammy season finally just handed it off so he can focus on what is apparently going to be a tag match at Mania.
Did he have it on the Grammys?
No.
No.
He had it on SNL.
He had it on SNL. Didn't do anything with it, but that's fine. It's whatever at this
He
point.
didn't even bring the Grammy to Raw.
Exactly. What?
You know why?
I would have loved if our would have challenged him for the Grammy.
He probably has to pay for that.
Yeah. It hasn't shipped yet.
There you go. There you go. As we exclaimed, and I just shared on our reels and TikToks and stuff over last night. Titles are fake, and they treat it that way in WWE. It seems.
Yes.
So.
I mean, heck, the current the perfect way to look at the current state of the championships in WWE right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they all have the Velcro thing to them.
Yeah, when they feel like the mid-title belts. Yeah.
That should tell you, especially if you're a purist when it comes to that kind of thing.
I think
that
that's
should tell you
actually-
everything.
I think that's more for the environment than anything else.
The environment?
Maybe. I'm just saying,
They make all
like,
of 'em.
that should tell you something about.
If
But
she's,
anyways.
if she's still with us, let's stay on the West Coast over here. And Tina, are you still with us and have what you learned this week?
I'm still here. Just kind of to piggyback off of what I said last night. It's going to be really exhausting in wrestling for the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, that WrestleMania schedule, huh?
Yeah.
So we have like the number of hours of television is just ridiculous.
Like just between WWE, for you have Raw on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Hall of Fame on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
You have NXT Stand on Wednesday. You have NXT Deliver on Thursday. You have SmackDown on Friday, and then 2 nights of WrestleMania.
That apparently every promotion
And
is
then Monday Night Raw.
And then Monday Night Raw,
Yep.
and then Tuesday night NXT.
And then NXT moves to Tuesday. Yeah.
When am I going to watch my AEW?
You don't.
Wednesday.
You don't, Sorg.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you were gonna say, Sorg, Impact is gonna be
Okay.
on night, or was it you, Bobby, or you? Somebody was. mentioning
Oh
it.
yeah.
I don't talk
Impact
about
is going head to head with WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's
why I don't.
Hardcore Justice just Impact just announced Hardcore Justice April 10th.
Yeah. So I don't.
Now I have a question.
Hardcore Justice was my nickname in high school.
Were you a really badass hall monitor?
I was.
Oh my god.
Nobody was late on my watch. I was also.
I'm picturing Bobby walking down the halls like fucking 1980s Big Boss man.
I was also chubby and afraid to fall on my ass then too.
Exactly like 1980s Big Boss man.
Yep. Pear shaped. Yes.
You're gonna be
Better
serving
get the
hard
plan.
times in detention.
He carries a big stick, a Paula chain too. You're looking for detention and he's coming after you.
Badger, what'd you learn? Jeez.
Welcome to Cobb County High School, everybody.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I found Big Boss Man's handcuffs. My action figure.
Wow.
It's amazing.
They're tiny.
They're handcuffs.
I learned that I love when rival primetime TV wrestling companies do petty ass Badger approved shit. So I don't know if anyone talked about this because I unfortunately haven't been able to tune into the show, but I was ecstatic when I found out that the Big Show, Paul White, went to AEW because I shamefully had an obsession with the Big Show at like age 7, like something like really inappropriate. And I learned that the way that the Big Show got his name was when there was something like when McMahon took him from WCW, he named him the Big Show, like for TBS, to get at that little white-haired guy. What was his name?
Ted Turner.
Ted Turner.
Ted Turner as like a fuck you to Ted Turner because he brought him over, and now his shirt is
No more BS.
no more TBS, and I'm just like, oh my god, it took forever, but that was another who, and now he's on TBS again, which is just a beautiful fucking circle of just petty karma, and I'm like, chef's kiss. This is right up my alley.
Yeah. They're not afraid to go there on that channel for sure. So
I was about to say, you want to piggyback off of pettiness? Check out the promo with Paul Heyman on Talking Smack this past Saturday.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What did he do?
When Christian left.
Yeah, about Christian leaving. I posted it on the group.
Oh, I need to go back on that one.
Roman.
Because he didn't want to face Roman.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
because he tied it in the edge.
Beautiful.
Oh,
he was getting away because sooner or later in the storyline, Roman would go after Edge's family and friends.
That is brilliant.
And Christian ran away before that could happen, so he was lucky.
Paul Heyman is a genius.
Until the forbidden door gets kicked wide open, and we see Roman spearing Edge or Christian over on Dynamite in a couple Wednesdays. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe if Vince dies.
Yeah, right.
How do you like go to bed at night knowing that grown men throw away their contract to not face you or be involved in a storyline? Like, how do you? It reminds me of the time that there was like only one empty-ish table in catering at a Fed show, and it was literally like it was Roman Reigns and oh my god, my brain, Bo Dallas.
Was Roman at the head of the table?
They were just god damn it. And they were just like talking to each other, and their facial expression was like, I don't know why they hate me, man. Like, I don't know either, man. Like, I keep doing what boss tells me to do, and they don't. And that's what that all reminds me of like, how do you sleep at night knowing that like no one wants to watch you or face you, and you're a good wrestler? Like, that must suck.
But WWE's greatest gimmick, and this has always been true, is making someone do something they don't want to do for several years, then completely flipping it 180 and having them be the biggest fucking thing in the world.
That is true.
Like, that's literally happened at least 10 times in the past 5 years. That's literally happened at least 10 times. Like, it's like we hate you so much that when you're finally at a point where like we don't want to see you on TV, we completely flip the entire dynamic, and it's like, ha, we got you, motherfuckers. Now you're gonna want to see this guy fucking every week.
Yeah. Potter says that he learned that WWE remembered who Asuka actually is for one night.
Well, I think she had a concussion.
Yeah.
I think that's why she wasn't on.
And her teeth.
Her tooth was
that clip of her tooth being like yeet, that fucking terrified me.
Bobby, I don't think you've gone yet.
No, I have not. I know that WWE is like really geared towards the kids now because we had a Kids' Choice Award moment with the slime,
and someone being burned alive in December.
Yeah, and and Matt Riddle making race car noises on his scooter going past. Going past Resolution or whatever they're called.
Whatever they're
and
called.
yet,
They're called.
And yet,
Resolution.
Yeah.
You'll get there. Well, keep going, Bobby.
Regurgitation.
Retribution. That was also a guess, by the way. So it's not like I was like, here's what it is. I'm like, retribution.
I like regurgitation.
Well, when you have when
that's the next member.
When you have one of their members as being named as starting with an R and an E.
Reckoning.
In Retribution.
Don't
kind
forget,
of
Mercedes
fucks things up.
Martinez. Mercedes Martinez was in there as
Retaliation.
and also they brought up Reckoning the same time they brought up Damian Priest, whose finisher was called the Reckoning.
The Reckoning. Vegetation.
Jesus Christ.
I want them to be called Vegetation.
Well,
It's like, is there anything like a VeggieTales gimmick where they come out? And
Yes.
Erosion.
They come out dancing in like vegetable costumes about like how violence is bad and we shouldn't fight each other.
Honestly, you could just turn New Day into that in like a heartbeat, and it wouldn't change much.
No.
Well, I literally just learned from a notification I received here. So, over on the Squared Circle Reddit, I've learned, and this is appropriate for our earlier conversation with Aaron, it's just over a decade ago to the day since WWE released The Chaperone.
Happy anniversary to that.
You remember that poster?
Have we got a script for Pat McMahon?
A Triple H starring action comedy that grossed $30,500 against a budget of over $3 million. Now, keep in mind, they had done these theater releases supposedly so that the DVDs could still go to Walmart. That had no straight-to-DVD policy, according to one commenter here. So there
strangely
you
edited.
go.
Wait, 30,000?
30,000.
Yeah.
$30.
Yeah, basically, let's get 10 more people up here, add up our stimmies.
Yeah.
That's how much the
There you
Chaperone
go.
paid.
There you go. Bring it in. I mean, this is going to be the best Mayhem.
Hell, let's get 5 more people in here with kids. That's how much the
Mayhem grow.
I was actually more shocked that like I made more laid off than a WWE movie. Like that's really sad.
Well, to be fair, I believe when these movies were coming out at the time, we were looking for theaters that ran them and couldn't find any, like in Pittsburgh, in the greater Pittsburgh area, or I think up in New York. But
oh no, I've not seen The Chaperone.
No. I didn't say we went. I'm just saying we were looking for places.
Do you guys remember at Blockbuster when they used to have the cards behind the videotapes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I bought the one that Randy Orton was in, or no, the one that John Cena was in.
Legendary.
I bought that card because
feel
it
bad.
was John Cena. I have it somewhere.
It's amazing.
Wait,
that's a relic.
Yeah.
Don't let that
So-
out.
I
of
have
your
it
grips
somewhere.
for,
I don't know
like-
where it's at.
Did not go to
Don't get rid of that
Blockbuster.
for-
We didn't have Blockbuster.
I
We
miss
had mom and
Blockbuster.
pops. Like so.
No.
Wait, so you're telling me like, is it like the card that was like, like basically the box
Right behind it. Yeah.
And then what
Yep.
the VHS was in its own like Blockbuster
Yeah, in the
sleeve.
Blockbuster
in,
thing.
Like like in front of. Okay, so it's like.
and
that
then when you
display
see those
box
things,
thing.
you'd be like, "Shit, it's gone."
Yeah. Okay. I think I got you. So I'm used to the boxes were out, and they actually had washers on a magnet that they put on each box, VHS box, and you took the washer. That's how you knew it was out because there's no washer. You go up. Actually, you go up with the box, I think, and they take the washer and put it back. I don't know, something like that.
A washer?
Yeah, like little washers. Yeah.
If it had a stick, it wasn't rewound.
That's how we did it. That's how we did it in Jamestown.
And if it had a nut, that means it was in the restriction section.
Yo, we were lucky. Listen.
And if a squirrel ran past, you could rent it on a Sunday.
Yeah, and then the one in the other town had like the boxes in front of and the videos behind it, but the one in the more progressive town,
Shelbyville.
That town had 2 red lights.
Shelbyville had 2 video stores.
Shakana, boy,
and one
we'll
of
get
them,
another video store in this town.
And one of them, well, here's the greatest thing, because I couldn't get Nintendo games in my town. They had Sega games for some reason. They had Sega. They had Sega Master System games, no Nintendo games. I had to go to the next town in order to get Nintendo games, and that was once in a blue moon.
It's a vape shop now.
It was weird.
So you're saying
actually it might be a vape shop now.
It's probably a vape.
George listened to all his music on a phono box too.
You're saying their motto was Sega does what Nintendo when Nintendo
don't in my town, that's for sure.
Okay.
Welcome to Boss
And
Battle.
then I found out that I was distantly related to the owner of the video store, and I'm like, why did we not do something about this?
The motto of the video store was, rewind if you want to. We don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It kind of was, actually.
It's like, we'll do it. It's fine.
The motto was rewind halfway so we know you're not a total ass.
I mean, it was although they seem to have the most incredible horror movie collection too, and I do remember at one point they have it was like I was staying at my grandmother's, and for whatever reason they had Betamax, and like you got 3 choices: 2 are horror movies, and here's Gremlins.
Ooh, on Laserdisc.
No, on Betamax. It was.
Sorry, don't you have to take a couple wrong turns to get back to where
Your GPS is just like
those are the horror movies.
recalculating.
Wrong turn 1 and wrong turn 2.
Our friend at yinslovebarbecue.com, give him a plug, sent me like 2 days ago. Sent me, hey, do you know about this? And some barbecue place back in my hometown. I was like, I don't go back there anymore. I'm like, I don't have a lot of reason to go back there.
We don't
anymore.
talk about those.
We don't talk about there
I forgot
anytime.
the way.
Yeah. Oh man.
Place that shall not be named.
Yeah,
I was the asshole kid that would ask the 16-year-old stoner, like, can you go look in the return box for this movie that I want?
Are you sure it's not there?
Are you sure it's not there? Like,
I did
that
that
I was that asshole kid
Yeah.
that was like not smart where it counted, but too smart on like the dumbest thing.
Hey,
I did that for video games.
And that
A lot
store
of video
that
games.
store is where I got my wrestling addiction in, because that's where how I experienced WrestleManias and SummerSlams and all that kind of stuff from the VHS when they came out. So,
Bro, speaking of like wrestling posters, like kind of jabbing at Riz earlier, my dad bought so much fucking oh my god, what was the motor oil?
Castrol
GTX.
Castrol,
to get the Undertaker, Stone Cold, and I think The Rock.
Mhm.
And I think we were both like impressed that like these two idiots like had the same goal and was just gonna do whatever it fucking took to get that poster.
Yeah.
And that was on like my childhood bedroom door forever.
It was that same fucking ad that ran where it was the one car dragging half of its ass along, scraping up the highway, and the guy was like, "Yeah." We're in real life. If that thing was dripping that much oil and causing sparks, those two fuckers would be incinerated, like my fucking background right here.
Guys,
it's fine.
When I had to log a lot of old Raws back in the day, when
Oh my god!
I saw that commercial 13 times a week.
And didn't they have like their own spot too?
Yes. Because not only did they air the commercial during the commercial section of Raw, they aired the commercial during the Castrol DTX Slam of the Week.
Drive hard.
Yes. Thank you. Now the fever dream is complete.
So wait a minute. I because I just put this together. Like when you did back in the day, when you did the WWE Raw, logging of old shows and stuff. So you had all of the intact commercials.
For some of them, yeah.
Oh, for some of them. Okay.
I mean, not all of them, but like the older Raws. The older the Raw was, the more likely it was we had commercials on it.
So
now I'm
that
gonna go
meant
to eBay and look for a JVC Kaboom box.
There you go. And also,
it's the new edge.
That means
pound and punch.
Oh my god! I
Listen.
tried that because of Chris Jericho, and almost had a heart attack.
Yeah,
that's what got me through junior year of college when I had to write 80-page lab papers, and I'm not even joking at all.
Okay.
My fridge had 30 YJ stickers.
I don't know what this podcast is anymore. Maybe I'll keep it running for Patreon. We're going to keep the tape machines running. Don't go away. Badger, thank you so much for joining us last minute.
Silk Stockings is up next.
Thank you, everybody. Mayhem Mania was fun. Goodbye.
We'll see you on Thunder.
Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.